Well, you stop coming, they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. You don't stop coming. So much to do, so much to see, so much to back street. Hey now, you're an all-star. They don't stop coming and they don't stop running. Hit the bottom button and then they don't stop running. So much to do, so much to say, so much to do, about that, that. Hey now, yeah, the bop, fit the bad ball, bop, bang, bam, 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 bam. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-wow. Now, you don't stop, I'm gonna bump, stop, bada, da bum, dum, bada, bum, dum, bada. The mud, the mud, dip, but dip, dip, tap, tap, dip, tap. Riggy-diggy-diggy-diggy-diggy-diggy-diggy. Hello. I would like to go live on TikTok. 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 I would like to try practice mode, please. Bum 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 bum. Hello, 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 hello. We're gonna see what a disaster this shall be. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Blah. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum. Okie dokie. Oakley dokley. Video game underground had a bit better games around. Video game underground and a bit better games around. Video game underground has a bunch of on games in town. Video game underground and a bit better games in town. Come on, y'all. Let's do this. All right. I'm unsure whether this is going to work, but we're gonna give it our best god dang shot. Dark Souls. We have Elden Ring. All right, we're just gonna say Roblox. I don't know about this. All right, things are gonna get weird here, but we're gonna test this out. Things are gonna get weird here. We're trying. I think there's too much delay, but we're gonna try.
Why they saying you ate a treat if you ain't eat a treat from? Did you eat? I'm gonna ask you again. Did you eat a treat from right here?
Okay.
Alright. Why
How
they saying
do
you ate a treat if
I
you ain't eat a treat from? Did you eat? I'm gonna ask you
do
again.
this?
Did you eat a treat from right here? Alright.
This is just a
Why they saying
test.
you ate a
This is
treat if you
merely a
ain't eat a treat
test.
from?
Because
Did
I
you
can never
eat?
get this
I'm gonna
stuff to
ask you
work.
again. Did you eat a treat from right here? Alright.
I feel the issue Number one fangirl is here. Oh my god, it's Davy. What is it? What does this look like? $85 likes. You're too kind. I wonder what this looks like on a phone. Thank. How are you streaming this? I'm using my PlayStation. I'm using Remote Play on my laptop. Remote Play on my laptop. And I'm using mobile gaming to stream from my YouTube channel. The echo is real. How would I solve that? The echo is real. Okay, let me try this. Hey, buddy. Mwah. Yellow. Yellow. Okay. I should be audible. I should be audible now. I wonder if anybody's watching this. Um, Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Um, you leaving, Hank? Bye, buddy. Love you, Hank. My boy! My son! No, you are. Window capture. You better work. Is that it? Why is it moving so weird like that? Wow! Beautiful. 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 Big beautiful. Beautiful stream, beautiful people. Beautiful people. Motherfucker. Man, I dang forget everything. This on the daily. Enhance stickers. You can enhance your stream with stickers. They like it if you say link in bio. I feel like link in bio is not a good thing to put on TikTok. I don't think they like that. People are going to say, that's cut off. I can't read that. I don't understand what that says. Because that's what happens every time. Where my Zins at? Never ends, losing stuff. I don't know why. We'll see if people come in and hang out. Hi, it's Debate Talk. You found it. Welcome to Debate Talk. Would you like to argue? You've made it to Debate Talk. Hello. Tap the screen. What's up, y'all? Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? I tried to just do a video game stream, but the internet is not going to allow me. So we are going to have Debate Talk or Agree Talk. We can just hang out if you guys want. You don't have to engage if you don't want. Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that. What's up, y'all? So what I did was I used Remote Play from my PlayStation. I put the Remote Play on my computer. Then I ran the Remote Play through OBS. Then I streamed to YouTube. Then I pulled YouTube up on my phone. Then I did mobile gaming from my phone to try and put the game onto TikTok. It didn't work. It didn't work because my internet sucks. Happy Valentine's Day to you too, Carol. Hope all you lovers out there are having beautiful time with your significant others. Love is in the air. How nice. How nice is that? Love that for all of you. Why the need for the word trans? Well, I would say trans women are women and trans men are men. I'd say they're different. I'd say a trans woman is different than a cis woman, but they're both women. Hi, AJ, missed you. Missed you too. Glad to see you back. It's always nice to see familiar faces. How y'all doing? I might bring guests up in a little bit. Ugh. What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome. How's your Valentine's? Well, I'm single, so I mean, it's fine though, whatever. Nobody bought me any flowers or any chocolate or candy or got me a card, but you know, I'm happy for all the people that are in love. I think love is a beautiful thing. I will enjoy Valentine's Day vicariously through for the people in love. Your word implies a transition. Trans? No, trans would be short for transgender. Some transgender people go through transitioning. I guess the facts are subjective. What do you mean? I gotta take my baby to dinner. That's awesome. Love that for you. Love is great. We love. We're a big lover of love. Love is in the air, and we're big winning with big loving. If I'm cis, they're just cross-dress. Well, a cross-dresser doesn't have an innate sense of self of being the opposite uh, gender. Just dressing up doesn't make somebody a woman. They transition from something to something else. Well, transitioning implies like going on hormones or having sex reassignment surgery or, things like that. Not everybody does that. Hi, Chesney, what's up? I tried to do a video game stream instead of debate talk. It didn't work. My internet's too slow. So I have this Dark Souls stream going on YouTube and you can watch. The only problem there and why I don't think anybody would really want to watch is because you could hear me, but I don't know how to get it so that you could hear guests through the YouTube stream. So I don't know. I know. I tried. It's like it's too much. It's too much for my poor measly internet to handle. Mountain Wi-Fi, literally, it's awful. I mean, if you want to, I mean, you can watch if you don't want to hear opposition and you just want to hear me talk to silence when I bring ops up, then you can watch over there. I love it here. Welcome, Savannah Banana. How y'all doing? What's up? Do we want to debate or what? I didn't really want to debate. I wanted to play video games. I wanted to play video games and put it on here, but tick like my internet will not. There's too much latency. There's some kind of giant rat thing that is about to attack me. I don't know where it comes from. Oh, there it is. So, trans women are women. Hi, nerdy kitten. I wish this wasn't so controversial. Yeah, same. I mean, I would rather not even do the debate right now, like I said. But there's just no way for me to stream this on TikTok. I'm not good at Dark Souls. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not very good at it. Making our society backwards? I don't know what you mean by that. Thank you for the likes. We'll see. This is probably going to turn out into a Hangout Live. Maybe I should just put a mirror behind me. I should just put a mirror behind me and then you can watch me play video games. You made real world progress. I mean, I beat a couple bosses. I've beaten 4 bosses in Dark Souls 3 so far. There's no lying. It's about necessary conditions. I view what makes a woman as like social category. I think people have an innate sense of self of being man or woman. So there's no lie. I'm not lying to anybody. I'm not lying, being nice to people, saying that they're a woman when I don't think that they are. Why is this thing so freaking hard to unalive? A mirror? Well, people do that. They put a mirror and then you can see their game stream. I've not seen Game of Thrones. Everybody talks about Game of Thrones. Watch Game of Thrones. Oh my God. But then everybody complains that the end of the show is really horrible. Why the hell would I go in a girl's bathroom? Hank. Here, buddy. Come here. Come here, bud. My boy! My son! Oh, there he is. Feast your eyes. Behold a boy. Mwah. Wave to the people. Wave to the people. He always wants attention. He never leaves. Okay, what? You gotta be on display for the people. He just wants to like curl up on my lap. You're cool with this though. You're still purring. It's Hank. He got some new toys the other day. He got a laser pointer, and he got this feather toy that he goes nuts over. Lynn, I already explained how there's no lie. Why do you care? It's just a topic I like to argue about. I think I make good points for it. Angel. That's the other cat going nuts downstairs. What, are you leaving already? Hmm. Cis is a Latin term meaning on the same side of. There's no lie, Lynn. I already explained how. Come back with the profile picture. The no profile picture thing is sus to me. Win cat, I know. What are you talking about? Whatever the hell I want. I don't really understand this enemy. Not fair. Rigged. I don't feel it's a big deal. The trans stuff? Nah, not really a big deal. Still don't know what cis means. Cis is a Latin term meaning on the same side of. If you're cisgender, it means that your sex assigned at birth is in alignment with your gender identity. Most people are cis. Cisgender means not transgender, exactly. You're cisgender or you're transgender. I just got made fun of for saying neopronouns are transphobic. So I don't know that I would agree that neopronouns are transphobic, but I think they're often used by transphobes in a negative way. I don't know that many people that use neopronouns, and really, if it was important to someone, I would probably use them. I don't really like to do the whole argument about you should use neopronouns because I don't know if that's the hill that um, the community of like trans people and trans allies should die on is the defense of neopronouns because I do think it's kind of strange, but I don't know. I feel like you should refer to people how they want to be referred to. I muted you. I'm genuinely curious. I think you're being bad faith. If you want to hang out for a little bit, then and somebody else can ask about cis, then I can explain it again. But I think you're just trying to get me to repeat myself. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, you can look it up. I mean, engagement is engagement. This game is pretty. I didn't really like Dark Souls 2. Is it a Kia or Mercedes? Well, there's an objective difference. There's an objective difference between a Kia and a Mercedes. Oh my God, the monster picked me up in its mouth and killed me. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna explain one more time. And if you ask me again, I'm gonna mute you because because then I know that you're gonna be trolling. Cis is a Latin term meaning on the same side of. In reference to cisgender, it's a person whose gender identity aligns with their sex assigned at birth. Objective difference between male and female. Sure. Male and female are not necessarily synonymous with man and woman, though. Man and woman are societally derived social constructs. They're gendered terms. There's no objective standard for a gender term because gender is wholly subjective. We all know that. Okay, all right. Gee, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh, so I have to beat this big. Oh my God. Mullet is mulleting. I need a haircut. Like bad. It's been months. X and Y chromosomes say otherwise. Yeah, I mean, not even biologists differentiate gender or differentiate sex based on chromosomal differences. That's not really how it works. They do it based off gonads and gametes and activation of certain genes. So before we knew about chromosomes, we differentiated people's sex based on their genitals, but then we realized that the life was a little bit more complicated than that. Those, what does it say? Yeah, and then we realized that there was intersex people, so we stopped doing it with chromosomes. I haven't cut my hair in 2 years. Oh my God. When my hair was the longest, I think it was probably like 3 years that I didn't have it cut. Something like that. Do you accept requests? I might. Genitals aren't really that complicated. Do you know that there's intersex people in the Dominican Republic that when they're born, they have female appearing genitalia? and then when they go through puberty, they have a descendant phallus and testicles, and then they start producing endogenous testosterone. Genitals are actually pretty complicated, believe it or not. Is it wrong to just want to be called a guy? It just depends on context. If you have a big problem with being called cis, I think it's because you have a problem with trans people and you don't want to be compared in any way to them. Using the word cis is for the purpose of inclusion. Mutations, you can't just say mutations like and then discount the people with a mutation. I don't think there's something bad about being intersex or something bad about being transgender. Hi, nerdy. Me and nerdy were talking about the potential for debate talk to be harmful earlier. And so I tried to do a video game stream and I could not get it to work. Can I join? Sure. Normal is better? I don't agree. Whoa, noisy. Hi, Ava. How old are you? I asked how old you are. Okay. What are you doing? Sounds like you're like moving through your house or something. Okay, what's on your mind?
Hey, why do you think trans women are women?
Because I see woman as social category. I see the terms for women and you want to stop talking and listen to my answer? I see the terms for men and women as social category, and I see gender as wholly subjective.
Okay, but we should bring we're still biological men.
Uh, I don't like to conflate the terms biological and man. I don't think it has that much descriptive utility. Man is a gendered term. If you want to talk about biology, you can use the term male. Male is a biological sexed term, and man would be the gender term. It's literally not the same thing. There's a difference between gender and sex. I think you know that. I think everybody knows that. There, so when you say I'm still going to be biologically man, trans well, I would say trans men are biologically men. If you want to say they're not male, we can have a conversation about that. They're not necessarily male. You keep saying biologically men. Men is a gendered term. Gender is subjective.
If it's a trans man, they're going to be a female with gender dysphoria. They're not going to be a man.
I don't think you have to have gender dysphoria. I just want to make sure I just want to make sure we don't do this conflation of man and male because they're not necessarily synonymous.
Okay, well, I just use the same words because that's what everybody assimilates. That puts together many men.
Well, I don't care how other people use it. We should use the words correctly. Because you have an incongruence between your gender identity and your sex assigned at birth.
Gender dysphoria. If you're not uncomfortable in your body, what would be the point of spending all this money on hormones and surgery?
I don't know. You'd have to ask a trans person that. If the pre so if Ava, if the prerequisite for being transgender is having this incongruence between your gender identity and your sex assigned at birth, I would assume, I'm not trans, so I can't really say. I would assume most of those people would have gender dysphoria, but is that a requirement? So dysphoria would be the opposite of euphoria. It would be a discomfort. It'd be the opposite of a euphoric feeling. It would be a bad feeling. Hmm. Well, yeah, sure, you might feel gender euphoria, but do you necessarily have to have gender dysphoria to be trans? Because I don't believe that. The only prerequisite I see for someone being transgender is just a misalignment between their gender identity and their sex assigned at birth. What's not a thing? Um, well, well, I would say that a person is trans if their innate sense of gendered self is different than their sex assigned at birth. I don't know that dysphoria is necessarily has to be there. I think it probably does for most people, but it's hard for me to speak for them, you know? Well, maybe they would, but I don't think you have to. I don't think the prerequisite um well I don't think the prereq I don't think the prerequisite I don't think the prerequisite for living. Okay, so again, I see someone's gender identity as an innate sense of self. I don't think there's any body parts required. I think people alter their bodies or get on hormones for affirmation. Um, again, gender is a subjective experience and an innate sense of self. I don't see any body parts required for it. Anybody can pick pronouns.
There's only, first of all, there's only, well, there's like pronouns, but I'm saying you're either she, her, or he, and
What about non-binary people?
it's not real.
What do you mean it's not real? If people don't want to fit into the gender binary and want to be referred to as they, them, and don't want to associate with being man or woman, what's wrong with that?
Who's from one to one person?
What's that?
Two genders, male or female, you got,
Male or female are sex terms. We already went over this.
clearly I don't get, you're not equal to have this debate.
What? I'm not adequate to have this debate? You don't understand. So you said there was a difference between sex and gender, but then you keep conflating them. Do you know the difference between sex and gender? Would you like to explain it for the chat?
What trans is. When you're not trans, you're a white man who has nothing better to do with his life than join the oppression Olympics.
It's not Oppression Olympics. I just like to argue about this stuff.
You want to feel special so bad in your life, but you're not special. You're just average white male.
I know that. I never said I wasn't.
Average white male.
What does that have to do with my arguments, though?
You're just trying to join the oppression Olympics. You're not.
Well, I'm not oppressed. I just like to make arguments about this, and I think it's pretty clear I make better arguments than you do.
You don't know.
I mean, so you're just kind of alluding to things. You said non-binary doesn't exist, which is kind of a weird thing to say. It's not really an argument. You don't seem to you don't seem to understand the difference between you don't seem to understand the difference between sex and gender, or the idea that gender is a subjective experience, because you keep conflating sex and gender. I thought you were trans. So, would you say that trans women are trans women?
Women and biological female. So trans women are trans women. They're not real women.
What if their external phenotypical characteristics were that of female? Would you call them women?
Characteristic.
Primary and secondary. Chromosomes are not primary sex characteristics. Genitalia is primary sex characteristics are genitalia. Secondary sex characteristics are things like body hair, breast tissue development, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's part of biology, though, right? Primary and secondary. I never said you could. I said you can alter primary and secondary sex characteristics to be phenotypically female. That's part of biology. I understand that. I understand, Ava. Ava, I understand. Would you agree that sex? So would you agree that when we're talking about sex, we're referring to gametes and chromosomes internally, and then externally we're referring to primary and secondary sex characteristics? Would you agree to that? Yes or no? Is that part of biology? Is that part of your sex?
I'm going off being trained. I'm not going off biology. Clearly, you're not meant to have this debate.
You can't answer you can't answer my question. We're talking about sex. We're talking about biology and biological distinctions. So you already seem to agree that chromosomes and gametes are part of that. Would you agree, yes or no, that your primary and secondary sex characteristics would be included under sex?
No, they wouldn't.
So
I
so
don't agree.
so genitals and body hair, breast tissue development, stuff like that is part of what, if not sex?
Well, it's just part of your look. Women can have body hair. You can get a bunch of different stuff.
Hmm.
Men can have excessive
These are
breast tissue.
considered primary and
They can
secondary sex characteristics. They're part of the things that make humans sexually dimorphic. Okay.
take characters out of work. These two.
Well, it's just interesting to me because you said a person is born with a penis that makes them a man. So you're talking about sex and you're talking about gender, and then I ask you to concede on the idea that genitals are part of the makeup of someone's sex, and then you say no.
Because that's like always
Because what I'm saying is a person can alter their primary and secondary sex characteristics. That, well, sure it does. They change their body. So you just did another conflation there. You said you're born a male. You said you're born a male, and then you said you're going to live and die a man. Man is the social category.
Like, sir, are you slow or something? I
Am
just
I slow? You literally just did a conflation of male and man again.
yeah.
Like I don't know where this condescension is coming from. You literally don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
What is the difference? What is the difference between gender and sex?
Like, you know, when you're a white
I'm not asking for oppression. I'm making arguments. I'm not doing this for Oppression Olympics. I'm not doing this to help any community. I'm doing it because I like to make the arguments. What is the definition of transgender? I gave it to you like 5 times, so you should be able to know what it is. Goodbye.
if you want.
Hey, what's going on?
I give a little bit. All right, there you go.
How old are you?
Man,
What's up?
I was probably gonna come on here.
How old are you?
23.
Okay, what's on your mind?
20. Yo, we the same dude, bruh. Yo, I was gonna come on here to debate, bro, but we got the same exact view, same exact color you're holding right now. Dude, transport. Yo, we just the same dude.
Maybe. I don't know. I like this controller. It's kind of getting a little dirty though.
Or mine too. Clean mine out though recently, so it's clean now. But look, I think we got the same exact view. Tell me if this is complete, absolute truth I'm about to spit, right? You'll agree with this. If it's a hole and it's bubblegum pink, you gonna hit it, right? Right.
You can come up if you want, nerdy. I saw you in requests. Everybody else left. I wanted to do debates, but now I'm like, I don't know. Mia says now kiss. Come here, Hank. Why did I kick you? Why do you think? Oh. You agree though? We're not doing misogyny Olympics TikTok live. We interrupt this debate live for a Hank dance. Come on, y'all, this is boring. Hank is so chill and relaxed. I know. He's really a sweet cat. Do you want to go? He looks angry. He's not. He's purring. Probably wiser for censorship not to continue that conversation. It's just not fruitful. Like, besides the fact of conversation, it's just kind of not cool. Hi, Olivia. How old are you? What's on your mind? Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked to Ava before. That was interesting. Oh, thank you so much. It was something. Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming up. Take care. WC Lax, get out of here, dude. You said your piece. You did your trolling. Has anyone made leftover soup? What is leftover, like any leftover soup, or is that a certain kind of soup? Come on, y'all, this is getting boring. I wanted to do a video game stream. I used old vegetables that are about to go bad in my fridge and made a soup with them. Oh, that's cool. What's a goulash? Can someone explain to me the concept of a goulash? What's the difference between a goulash and a gumbo? What makes a stew? Little darky fan. Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, you're not coming up. Goulash is a social construct, probably. The random British accent. Yeah, sometimes I like to imagine that people are British. I mean, I know me. I know what Mia sounds like. Mia doesn't sound British, but it's probably good I'm not streaming this because I keep dying to the same enemy over and over, and it's a little bit embarrassing. Let me join for real. Here, you know what? Why don't you find something else to watch? Because you're being really annoying. Go away. I was exhausted after talking to two Scottish people for 10 minutes. That's funny. No true Scotsman. No true Scotsman. I was about to mute him. Yeah, I was like, that's enough. You and your bro cannot start a family. It's not possible. Stop trying. Well, being trans doesn't necessarily mean that you're infertile. Like trans people have kids. I'm not trans. I don't know what you mean by that. And also, why the like value judgment on people and their ability to make children? Like, there's plenty of people around. I feel like people in relationships, like if two dudes want to be in a gay relationship, and you're like, that's immoral because you can't have children. It's like there's surrogacy and adoption stuff. Why don't you relax and quit being weird? And trying to like objectify your weird moral judgments about people. because they don't like you can't have children. It's like, so what? There's plenty of cis het couples that never have children, but you don't complain about that because your value judgment isn't even about the fact they can't have kids. It's just you think it's yucky. If you think trans or gay people are yucky, then why don't you be honest and just say that, and then I can debate that. Why is it that every time we have these discussions, I have to pick apart what you actually want to say and then show that to you like, here's the artichoke with all the layers peeled aside, and here's like the true center of your position. Like, come on. You people are goofy. I swear, if I hear like the gay or trans island analogy one more time, I'm gonna rip my hair out. Like, they really just want to put lotion on you? Seriously. They're like, did you realize that if you took 50 trans men and 50 trans women and you put them on an island? It's like nobody cares about the island analogy. It's dumb. I really do need to be nicer to the Brits because there are some good Brits. Some of them beautiful, beautiful people. The Brits. Run! Age, how old art thou? 27. What? How did you turn out like this? What do you mean by that? Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. This freaking monster. It's not fair. I'm an English girl from England that knows Spanish. Love that. Schizoid has a mullet. That's sick. When a guy and a girl love each other very much, yes. Get out of here. How did a bug get in here? Age, you were just fortunate to turn out as a decent human being. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate that. It was nice talking with you the other day. Oh, it's Cole. Hey, buddy. Miss you too. I tried to play Dark Souls instead of picking, but it didn't work. What's the bullet? Welcome. Hank says, me. Hell yeah, brother. I'm gonna end this YouTube stream. I will stay here and talk with you all, but